Well, good morning. It's another beautiful Saturday morning. Love waking up on Saturdays and doing my own thing. Well, I got to decide what color I want that roll cage. Do I want it matte black or shinier? I accidentally sprayed some engine paint over the matte black last night and I kind of liked it. So I'm not sure which one I want, but I want to finish that today. I got to decide what paint to put on that today and get that done because I want to work on the roof today and see if I can straighten out that roof and put that in place. So I'm going to pull the Ranger out and take a look and see which one I like best. Let's do that. Okay, instead of pulling it out, we'll just look at it in here. Don't know if you can see this. I got my little light shining, but that has a little bit of the gloss on it, and these almost tripped on the chair. These rails do not, they're matte. And just for fun, I painted the post matte too. I like the gloss, but I think I'm gonna go with matte because it doesn't show every defect possible, every scratch. Here's the factory. It's a semi-gloss, it looks like. So we'll try to blend a little semi-gloss and matte together. See what she looks like. I probably should go get some semi-gloss. I'll look around in my shop and see if I have some, but right now I'm leaning towards matte black. Alrighty, let's tackle this roof. I don't know if you can see this or not, but both sides have a little kink on them. And I want to heat that up with the heat gun and pull that kink out. If you remember right, the roof was pushed up, so it kinked those two spots just on the two side rails. So I'm going to use a heat gun and heat that up and oh, let's see. My power usually flickers when I turn on the heat gun, but we'll turn it on and see if we can heat that baby up. It's about 40 something degrees out here, so it might take a bit because this is cold, but this heat gun's amazing. So I'm gonna heat this up and see if I can bend it out. Okay, I got the bend out. There's where the kink was, and it's now bending better on my ratchet strap. So I think that'll pull those out. Both sides, this one's worse than the other one, but both sides had a kink. But I noticed something while I was pulling this out. Where is it? Oh, it's up here. There's a crack right there. So that corresponds with up underneath here where that hook's on that internal bar. So I'm gonna plastic weld that so you can see daylight through it. I'm gonna plastic weld that real quick and seal that up. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing I did previously, and we're gonna solder weld or plastic weld this. Try to get it to seal. You do not want it to leak. We'll smooth over this here in a second. And then we'll embed a couple screws just like we did last time. Whoa, that's not good. Stinking Harbor Freight stuff. See that fall out of there? There's a little screw that holds that in there. I'll shove it back in there and see if we can continue. I think it gets too hot for its own self. Still hot. Shoved it in there. I'm gonna embed. These are just sheetrock screws that I cut off the head. That's all these are. but the grooves on these sheetrock screws help bite into the plastic, and then voila, provides a brace inside. Takes a minute to heat up, but it'll heat up. Okay, that one's down in. Try to smooth over it as best we can. Poking out a little bit, but play with it, the worse it gets, I think. So I better stop messing with it. Okay, let's put the other one in. Okay, we finished plastic welding it. Still a little dirty. I wiped it off a little bit, but we'll be cleaning this with a full car wash here in a little bit. So I think we're ready to put this back on the machine. I've cleaned off where it goes on the back side. I need to clean off the front. I've cleaned underneath on the inside. So that's clean as a whistle. And I think that's what makes it ready. So let's put that thing back on. Looks like it fits, but I'm not happy with one thing. Right here it tips up a little bit. So it looks like I probably should heat that up and bend it down a little bit. So I think I'm going to do that. I want this to fit perfectly. Well, I was just inside eating lunch. Probably not the best lunch. A couple frozen burritos and some carrots and a Mountain Dew. Need the caffeine a little bit to keep going. So Wyatt called me and said, "Dad, jump on your channel. You've got 99 subscribers and one of the cousins is going to subscribe." So thank you, Timothy, for subscribing. You're number 100 subscriber. Who knows? Maybe we'll get to 1,000 one day. I don't know. Never know. Okay, so before lunch, I worked on a couple things, and I've been bouncing between the roof and the inside, putting the inside back together. I think I'm going to try to dry fit this front section of the roof, see if it fits and everything. I might find some issues, or I might find it fits just fine, but I'm going to try to dry fit that here. Gonna use a little rubber mallet. I've had this for probably 30 years. Used to be my dad's. Can't believe it's still around. Alrighty, I'm employing a couple ratchet straps because I need two people, one to hold and one to push it in. And so this is what it is. The only difficult part I'm having is this hook comes down into here. And the other ones are just fine. This one needs a little bit of pressure. So I'm putting some pressure on with the ratchet straps to see if I can get that in. That side just went in. I'm gonna keep some pressure on it so the other side doesn't pop out. There's supposed to be a seal in between the two. There's remnants of it on the ground over there. I pulled it off, so I might pull this out, or I might see if I can squirt some silicone up there. Black silicone maybe. Going in. Pretty close. I'll know because these holes on the top here will line up. Looks like they're lined up. Let me see. Yeah, looks like they're lined up. I'll show you those in a second. Let's see if the other one's lined up. Alrighty, let's take a closer look. I'm thinking there were different bolts than this up here, but I can't remember, so I'll put these in here for now, and then if I run across some bolts with some rubber washers on there, then I'll swap them out. Wrong size. Okay, so we stuck those in there. Tighten that just that much. I'm thinking I'm gonna find a couple screws with some washers on there, but they weren't in my baggie that I had labeled the top. So that is interesting. Let's go see if we can put this one in. Screwed this in a little bit with my hands already. I'm doing it blind and just by feel, holding my phone with my left hand. Okay, that's all that holds that in. There's two screws and then some clips up in there. I can then do the ratchet straps, and I'm gonna look and see if I can find in my baggies. I have some baggies labeled. See if I can find different bolts that maybe go in there. The roof's on there enough to, I think, start wiring things again. The power block comes off of that roof, and then I have a whole rat's nest of wires down there that go up there, and then you've seen the wires just hanging everywhere. So I think I'm gonna do this back half because I still don't know if I need to take a front half of that roof off. I still don't know if I have to take the front half of that roof off to seal it. But if I remember right, this power comes from the battery. And there goes my light. These lights, I swear, fall off every 5 seconds. Let's see if we can try that again. Okay. If I remember right, this power went in there. And then this must have went over there. Okay. I'm gonna work on this. See how far I can get. Well, I took off the top because we have to put this speaker in. So I'm putting the speaker in right now and trying to figure out how this rat's nest of wires went back in. I got some of it wired up. It's a little dark in there. I'll try to find a light to help us out. So right now I'm putting the screws in the top. Screws come down from the top. Screws that hold this big speaker in are up here. There's 4 of them, 2 on each side. Yeah, I've got enough wiring that I got the stereo bar working. So I'm slowly figuring it out. But I think I'm going to call it a day. So this will wrap up this video. Thanks for watching. See you next Saturday.